So if you notice, if you want to find the base and the altitude, okay, notice that an altitude can be outside the triangle. So your height can be outside the triangle for as long as it's perpendicular to your base. Okay? So let's move on to example number 2. We want to find the area of each of these triangles. Okay, and example 2A is easy enough because you know that there is, you know what the height is right away because of that little sign here which indicates a right angle. You know that 3 centimeters is perpendicular to 4 centimeters. So you know right away that this is your base, 4 centimeters is your base, and 3 centimeters is your height. So the base is 4 centimeters long, the height is 3 centimeters long. Okay, and then we apply the formula for a triangle. Area equals 1/2 base times height, which is the formula for a triangle. Substitute the values base and height, 4 and 3, so it's 1/2 times 4 times 3. And then this becomes 1/2 times 12, so area is 6. Okay, so the area of this particular triangle is 6 square centimeters. So in example 2b, it's not so evident what the base is, so we need to extend our base. Okay, so that it will have a line that's perpendicular to it. So 5.4 is your base. Now remember though, when you say 5.4 centimeters, 5.4 starts from here and ends here. It does not end on this side. So 5.4 centimeters is simply the length of that side of the triangle, and 6 centimeters is your height. So from there, we use the formula 1/2 base times height, substitute the values of 5.4 and 6 centimeters. Okay, we end up with 6.2, and the area of this triangle is 16.2 square centimeters. Okay, and let's move on to our last polygon that we're going to talk about in this section, which are trapezoids. Okay, so if you recall, okay, the definition of a trapezoid is something like this. But before that, you can use triangles to find the area of a trapezoid. Remember, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly 2 parallel sides called bases. So this is your trapezoid. It's a quadrilateral. It's a 4-sided figure with 2 bases, okay, that are parallel to each other. The height is the length of the altitude, same here. Line segment perpendicular to both bases with endpoints on both baselines. So the endpoint is here, the endpoint is over there. And same as what we talked about, the height is always perpendicular to the base. Okay? So the height is always perpendicular to the base. And if you analyze this trapezoid right here, okay, the triangles, triangle PQS right here, and triangle QRS right there, okay, the altitudes of these triangles, okay, segment QT right there and segment SV right there are congruent. Okay, both are h units long. The base of triangle PQS is segment PS, and the base of triangle QRS is segment QR. They are both, segment PS is A units long, and segment QR is B units long. So if we analyze that, and if we draw 2 triangles like that, we know for a fact that if you get this triangle and add the area of this triangle, we end up with the area of the trapezoid. Okay, so that's what we want to find out. Okay, exactly that. So what we want to do is the area of a trapezoid PQRS will be equal to the area of triangle PQS, that's like what I said, plus the area of triangle QRS. Okay, and if we substitute, if we want to find the area of PQS, okay, remember the area of a triangle, okay, is equal to 1/2 base times height. So in triangle PQS, our base is PS and our height is QT. So if we substitute that, area of PQS is 1/2 times AH because PS has a length of A, okay, and this is our height, which is QT. And we know for a fact that QT is the same as VS, and that's the reason why our height is H. and going to our triangle QRS, okay, the area, our base would be B units long, okay, as indicated by the B right here. You see, moving right, the B right there, okay, and we still have the height as H, so this becomes 1/2 times B times H, and if you use the distributive property, you end up with 1/2 H times A plus B, which gives us the formula for area of a trapezoid. Okay, if a trapezoid has bases of A units and B units long and a height of H units, then area A of the trapezoid is 1/2 times H times the quantity A plus B, or in symbols, it's simply area equals 1/2 H times quantity A plus B. Okay, so this is the area of our trapezoid. You need to memorize that. So let's find the trapezoid in example number 3. Okay, in example number 3, we know that the area formula is 1/2 H times the quantity A plus B. We substitute the values of A and B. So A and B would be 5 and 1/2 and 8 and 1/2. Okay, and that's what we did, substituting the values, and our height is 3 inches. Why is this our height? Because it is perpendicular to both our bases. Okay, so substituting the values and simplifying it, we now have 1/2 times 3 times 14, because 8 and 1/2 plus 5 and 1/2 will give you 14, and we simply multiply straight. 1/2 times 14 is 7, times 3 is 21, so the area of this particular trapezoid is 21 square inches. Okay, and let's take a look at the last example. Marissa works during the summer taking care of several of her neighbors' lawns. In addition to mowing, she also fertilizes the lawns. The label on the bag and the fertilizers that she will be using indicates that one bag fertilizes 2,000 square feet. Okay, so how much fertilizer should she buy for the yard shown below? So the yard is the one that has been shaded in taupe, teal, or something. Okay, so this is her yard right here. And to be able to find her yard, the yard is in the shape of a trapezoid. We all know that. The house and the driveway are rectangles. So this is the house and this is the driveway right here within the trapezoid that do not need fertilizer. So we don't need to put fertilizer on the house and the yard, obviously. We need to subtract the area of the rectangles from the area of the trapezoid to find the area that will be fertilized. So basically, to be able to find the area of the yard, which is this shaded region right here, it will be equal to the area of the lot, which is this whole thing, minus the area of the house, which is this one, this rectangle, minus the area of the driveway. That's what we want to find. And let's find each of them. Okay, so let's first find the area of a lot. So the area of a lot, again, is a trapezoid, so we follow the formula 1/2 H times the quantity A plus B. Substitute the values for height, which is 80, okay, multiplied by the quantity 100 plus 25, and if you notice, this is 80, that's our height. These are our two bases, 125 and 100 feet. Okay, simplify that. We have 1/2 times 80 times 225, or 9,000 square feet. Okay, so the area of the lot is 9,000 square feet. So again, using the formula right here, and we simply replace the values in the second step. Okay, and we use a calculator for this one. Well, probably not. Okay, so now let's find the area of the house. Area of the house is length times width. Okay, why? Because the area of the house is a rectangle. So if you notice, this is the area of our house right here. And length times width, we know that the length is 30 and the width is 24. So we substitute the values. Okay, we end up with the area of the house of 720 square feet. And let's find the area of a driveway. Again, it's a rectangle, so the formula is length times width. And if you look at our driveway, it has a width of 12 and it has a length of 50 feet. So we multiply 12 times 50, end up with the area, which is 600. Okay, now let's go back to this one. Area of the yard is equal to area of the lot minus area of the house minus area of the driveway, which is this one. So the area of the lot minus the area of the house minus the area of the driveway. Okay, so area of the lot is 9,000, area of the house is 720, area of the driveway is 600, so we simply substitute those values. we end up with 7,680. But we're not done. After finding the area of the yard, it says there that, okay, the label on the bag says that fertilizer she'll be using indicates that one bag fertilizes 2,000 square feet. So how many fertilizer bags should she buy for the yard shown? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get the area to be fertilized is 7,680 feet. Since each bag fertilizers covers 2,000 feet, Marissa will need 7,680 divided by 2,000, or about 4 bags of fertilizer for the yard. Again, in this case, we need to round up, because if we round down, we won't have enough bags to fertilize the yard. Okay? The secret word for this particular lesson would be smart. The secret word is smart. Okay? Thank you for watching.